Hello everyone. Continuing our review of Galaxy's Edge Kyber crystals. I've already done 2 videos. If you haven't seen those, I'll put a link up on the screen. We've already taken a look at the blue Kyber crystals and the white Kyber crystals. For this video, we're going to look at the purple Kyber crystals. Now, as with the other ones, there are 2 of these. And once again, I don't mean the cut or the shape, I mean the actual voice lines within them. Now, I just want to say this about these specific ones. I think these are the ones that annoy me the most because they're the same character. They're both going to play Mace Windu when inserted into the Jedi Holocron. And it's not even Samuel L. Jackson, it's, I believe his name is Terrence Carson, the voice actor that played, or the actor that played Mace Windu in the Clone Wars, which is fine, and they're all sort of new recordings. There's about 8 or 9 quotes on each, but for some reason, what Disney did was they just kind of split them into 2, so there's about 8 or 9 on this, and 8 or 9 on the other one, and they're completely different. But it's the same actor, same character, just a different set of quotes. And all that really means is that it almost just seems like a way for Disney to sell more crystals. I mean, this is kind of a cheap way to do it, I felt. And you obviously don't need to have both of these. I mean, one is just as good, and it's the same character, same voice actor, same, and it's not sort of a magic 8-ball like with Yoda or Vader. It's just quotes, just random quotes over and over. But again, if you're a completionist and you want to have a full set of all the Kyber crystals, there are 2 different ones. A lot of people think there's just one purple Kyber crystal with Mace Windu, but that's because they sound very similar. But if you actually go through all the quotes, you'll find that there's only so many on this, and the ones on the other ones are completely different. So let's go through some of these and just kind of cycle through them and listen to some of these. And again, as before with the Sith Holocron, since this is a light side crystal, they're both going to play Emperor Palpatine from Return of the Jedi. So let's just go ahead and have a look. Okay, we'll start off with the first one. As you can see, the holocron turns a shade of purple.
When war throws everything into confusion, look to the Jedi teachings for clarity. Emotions have power that discipline cannot contain. A Jedi must beware of unleashing that power, for fear of never being able to control it again. In negotiations, there are gray areas. In war, there are not. A warrior can't afford them. There's only right and wrong, good and evil, light and dark, and victory or defeat. Jedi instincts aren't natural, but come from years of training and discipline. War is the most perilous test of that discipline and training. The Jedi are the guardians of peace in the galaxy, but that can mean being a sword instead of a shield. In war as in peace, we must trust the Force. We must follow the path that is set before us, and we must defend those who cannot defend themselves. The Jedi Code must not become the means by which our order is destroyed. Yes, there is a great danger in becoming warriors instead of negotiators, but we face a far greater danger than that. Wielding power for good is a path to wielding power for its own sake. Of all the roads to the dark side, this is the most seductive. Training. The Jedi didn't seek this war. It was thrust upon us.
Okay, I haven't been counting, but I think I think we've been through all of the quotes on this crystal. There's either 8 or 9, and then obviously some of them just repeat themselves, and they're in no order. And you can't just cycle through them in order. Unfortunately, I mean they just play randomly, so it's hard to keep track. So we'll see the next one now, and you'll see that all the quotes are completely different.
A Jedi's life is one of service to the Republic. We protect civilization against the darkness that would devour it. For those in despair, a Jedi's arrival means hope. We are shepherds, and the galaxy is our flock. In negotiating, silence can work better than a speech. But silence is more effective when it comes with a stern look and a lightsaber. Never use the Force to settle negotiations. That's mistaking power for justice. The Force always has a plan, but it doesn't always reveal that plan on a Jedi schedule. Strength has determined the outcome of many battles, but the best proof of strength is the battle that never takes place. An unlit lightsaber shows the time for negotiations has arrived. A lit lightsaber shows the time for negotiations has passed. Be mindful of the difference. Even a moment can be an eternity in the Force. Center yourself, quiet your mind, and you will hear the Force's will. For those in despair, a Jedi's arrival means hope. We are shepherds, and the galaxy is our flock.
Okay, again, I think we've heard all of them, or most of them anyway. So as you can see, if you compare the quotes on the two crystals, they're completely different. There's nothing that's in common between the two, except that obviously it's the same actor and it's the same character and the same actor providing those voice lines. So now we'll just check one of them, and the Sith Holocron, because it's the same thing exactly.
Good. Use your aggressive feeling. Let the heat flow through you. I'm looking forward to completing your training. In time, you will call me Master. If you will not be turned, you will be destroyed.
Okay, so again, I'm not going to go through all of the Palpatine quotes because that was covered on another video. But yeah, any light side crystals, so purple, yellow, white, green, and blue, when inserted into the Sith Holocron, you get Palpatine from Return of the Jedi. And obviously you get unique characters on the Jedi Holocron. So this one is not my favorite. Mace Windu is an okay character to me. I feel like one would have been more than enough. Or if there was two, it would have been nice to have one voiced by Terrence Carson and the other one quotes from the movies from Samuel L. Jackson. I think that would have been better. But you know, it's up to you if you want to have one or both. Again, if you end up with a duplicate, if you buy both and you have a duplicate of the same version, you can overwrite that with the RFID reader. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on this. And the next video is going to be, I believe we've already done blue, we've done blue, white, and purple. So we just have yellow, green, and red to go. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. Please leave a like and subscribe, and keep the comments going, and see you in the next one. Thank you.